and welcome to Flutiversity. I'm Jenny Tutton here with another play along video for our practice plan in F major and D minor. It is day 9 and we are working on adding high E to our repertoire as we learn our second octave of the F major scale. So high E, just like high D, has a separate fingering for the higher octave. So double check and make sure that you're using the correct fingering when you're practicing this. So if you start on your middle E, your normal fingering, pinky down here, you can get to the high fingering by just lifting up the ring finger here, okay? The other way to think of it is you do thumb, 1, 2, 1, 2, pinky. Yay. And you can definitely and should use your thumb B flat for this fingering as well, since we're in the key of F major. It won't make any difference whether it's on or off, so put it on since you're in F major. Okay, let's get started with the beginning of this. The technique up in the third octave can be tricky. We have to move more fingers in kind of weirder directions. So don't worry if you need to slow your metronome down or anything. None of that matters. How fast you play it doesn't matter a bit. It just matters that your fingers are relaxed and even. All right, let's get started on this first measure. Thumb on the thumb B flat key. Great job. So notice we went nice and slowly through here. Most of the point of this first little section is to remind us that we're in F major. So we start at the beginning of our scale and then we move up to our new section of notes. So let's go on to our practicing unit 2, our measure 2, where we are working on our D and E natural switches. All right, nice and relaxed fingers. Keep them super close to the keys. And as always, feel free to pause the video if you want to do that unit again, or if you'd like to do it at a different tempo. I will always wait for you. Okay, for the next measure, we're just speeding it up a little bit. So we're doing eighth notes instead of quarter notes. Excellent. So now we're going to speed it up even a little bit quicker with the 16th note rhythm. 1 E in, 2 E in, 3 E in, 4. And remember that the rest at the end of the measure is good. It's a little bit, it's not an actual rest. You just take a little more time on the quarter note, and it's a good time for your brain to sort of evaluate what has happened and make little changes before you practice again. Okay. Great job. Okay, so for our next one, we're going to flip that upside down. Remember, it's called the inversion. We're going to start on E and do the same thing backwards. Ready? Awesome job. So now we are going to blend this in with the parts of our scale we have learned before. So moving on to the next measure, we climb up to C, and then we have all the way up to E and back down to C. I really should have put those together with dotted lines. I'll go back and fix that. So we're going to do the next 2 measures together. Great job. So as you're practicing this, remember that it's totally fine if you need to go at a different tempo than I am or anything. The only thing that matters is that you are showing up to practice and also that you're making sure your fingers are nice and relaxed and that you're not rushing over something. So for example, with this, we're having to move our ring finger right here, which can be one of our like lazy fingers. It doesn't want to move quite as easily as the others, okay? So it's fine if it takes a little more effort to get it in line. I've been training mine for a very long time. Okay, for the next one, we're gonna speed it up just a little bit in 16th notes, and then we're also finishing the pattern on the way down there. One more time. Yay, great job. The next thing and the last thing on our list today is just to put solid 16th notes all the way up to high E without the breaks in the middle. So basically what we've done is we've trained your brain to think of your scale in little units, and now we're training it to execute those units faster as you go along. Okay, our last group of the day. Ready? Awesome job. Okay, if you have a little more time in your practice for today, I would go back and do this with a metronome. Again, comfortable tempo, because we want to make sure that your fingers are moving nice and evenly and together. Either way, I will see you back here tomorrow for day 10. Oh my gosh. Okay, bye.